Hey guys, welcome to Sipping Tea with Suzanne. I am your fabulous host, Suzanne, and I am so excited to be here with you on another Wednesday night. As you know, Sipping Tea with Suzanne is brought to you live every Wednesday, and I am so excited about my guest tonight because this man is always behind the camera. So
I am. That's where I like to be sometimes. I
no,
like being
and
back there.
no, that's all right. But I'm really excited to have you on the show tonight.
Thank you.
And you told me earlier this is your first interview, like in front of the camera for an hour.
It is my first interview ever. Take the
Yeah.
hour out. It's my first
Like just your first interview.
Yes,
So I
first time
am
being
loving it.
interviewed.
So he got it here first. So we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna chat with him later. But I just wanted to give a spotlight and a highlight to my sponsors. As you know, the Sipping Tea with Suzanne show is brought to you every Wednesday by the fabulous Life Garden Cafe. Life Garden Cafe is located at 1048 Main Street in Worcester. They are your one-stop shop for a lunch, for a brunch, for any catered events. They're doing events for proms. They're doing events for birthdays, weddings, anniversary, anything you can think of. Life Garden Cafe will supply it. They are phenomenal. Marcella and Jeff are fantastic. The space is
It's a nice space.
it is a lovely space.
Very beautiful. And
It
it's
is.
nice.
And that's a guy saying that. So
It
they're
is.
your one-stop shop. So contact them for all your events need. All right. So that is sponsor number one. And sponsor number two is Paul Anderson Photography. If you're looking for a headshot, if you're looking for a photographer for a wedding, a party, or you just want to have, your birthday pictures taken, absolutely contact Paul Anderson's Photography. He is located on Instagram under Paul Anderson Photography. So those are my two sponsors. If you are looking to be a sponsor of Sipping Tea with Suzanne, please contact me at suzanne@positivelysuzanne.com. And that's it for my sponsors. But I am so excited about my guest tonight. All right,
you,
Jerry,
thank you.
welcome to the show.
Take it easy on me, please.
I'll
Please
do my
take it easy
best.
on me.
I'll do my best.
All
All
right,
right. So, Jerry,
Yes.
like for me personally, like I know you, I know a lot about you, and I know that you're the man behind What's Up Worcester. So
yes.
let's jump in first. What is What's Up Worcester? We're going to talk about Jerry the man, but what is What's Up Worcester? And if you don't know, you better know.
Please do figure it out. What's Up Worcester? We are a local online news outlet. We try to focus on our community. When I say our community, pretty much where I grew up from. There's a lot of good things going on out there, a lot of good things, a lot of great people, and we just like to showcase that and let everybody know what's going on. Whether it's pop-ups, resources, whatever it may be, we like to be out there and just show everybody what's going on and show what we actually do.
I love that. When I saw you last year, I met you at an event at the Village, and I saw you, and you told me, you gave me your business card, and you said like you were just started out, and what you were doing. I'm like, that's pretty cool because it's news for us by us, meaning the community. So I was like, it's pretty cool, and I noticed your growth. Each month you guys are adding something and doing something different. And, that truly is inspiring, to see, your growth from then, to now. And as you mentioned, there's so much things happening in the Worcester market. But what motivated you, though, to start What's Up Worcester?
So I used to actually be with another outlet that was doing a lot of good things, but they were more focused out for the Boston area, things like that. And that's kind of where I was like, oh, this is a thing. So I had just picked it up, and I wanted to showcase what we were doing out here. My actual first person I actually not interviewed, but the first topic I actually picked up was the fridges, Worcester fridges. We went out there, we had our cameras, we didn't really know what we were doing, but we just knew that it was something dope going on. So we just went out there, recorded, did a few interviews, and the feedback from the community was just unbelievable. There's been situations where I've needed assistance with resources, and that was pretty much the community is the ones who put me on to different things, and there's other things going on, but your own community is who actually comes and helps out. They reach out to you, actually give you a phone call, check up on you, and make sure those resources they gave you were a good thing, and I wanted to just give back to that.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. So how do you stay connected to get this information? Because like you mentioned, there's a lot going on. So how do you get that info of what's happening in the city?
So I wasn't born here, but I grew up here. I moved here when I was like,
I didn't know that.
yes, I was actually born in New York.
Okay.
Don't attack me, but
All right.
so yeah, I was born in New York. We moved out here. Like I said, the people that helped out with resources. My mom, we moved here when I was about 9, and when she moved out here, she's from Boston. So when we moved out here, the community is who actually helped us to get where we needed to be. We came out here with pretty much a backpack each. Me and my sisters, my mom. We went into a shelter, and the community is what brought us to where we were and able to survive, find those resources for food, shelter, all those good things. And yeah, it's always been with me since I've moved here, and I've just loved it since.
Okay, that's awesome. So the community helped you. So I
Yes,
think that could be behind, you know, your driving motivation to give back to the community and to spotlight all the great things that are happening in the community.
Definitely.
Because potentially somebody, you know, like you coming into a new town, not having anything or knowing anyone, to know that there are resources out there. So you did a lot of things last year in terms of different events. What was your favorite? Like, there was so many events, I can't even like.
I would say, for me, it would be the Christmas tree giveaway. Not giveaway, but the when we gave out the Christmas trees.
Yeah.
To see the kids, the family, all the community come together.
Yeah.
When we were actually dropping off the Christmas trees, to see the kids come out and be able to take a picture with Santa, tell Santa what's on their wish list, and just like that whole vibe was just a dope vibe, and that's probably my favorite one.
Oh, okay. So does that mean it's going to happen again next year?
Oh,
well,
definitely.
Ooh, this year, Lord.
Yes,
like
this
next
year.
year. It's like, no.
Yes,
We're in February. Okay.
Yeah, we're definitely doing the Christmas tree giveaway again. We do have other events that we're going to do as well. We have the 20 under 20. That's our next event. We're actually working on that. It's going to be a lot better than it was last year.
So 20 people under 20.
Yes. So,
Okay.
So
I mean, you got to go a little higher if you want me there. I'm just saying.
21. All right, we got you. 21. 21 under 21. We got you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. That's good. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be we're gonna do the 20 under 20 where we recognize 20 kids that are, you know, doesn't matter if it's sports, school, you started your own business, whatever it may be. We just want to recognize you and let you know, keep going, keep doing your thing. There's a lot of that not going on, and we need to lift our kids up because they're going to be the ones that's in charge next. So yeah.
No, I love that. You know, and I appreciate that. And I think, you know, the thing that I like about like different organizations like yours that are doing different things in terms of recognizing work in the community, it's you're not looking at traditional.
Yes.
And I think when you look at certain, you know, magazines or certain organizations that are recognizing folks, they're looking at folks that are doing traditional, that are like known to certain people. It's almost like popularity or politics or who you know. But this is grassroots. This is folks that are actually known and not really seeking fame, but they're doing something that's inspiring others that are making a difference. So I think that's pretty dope. I can't wait I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me a little bit about What's Up Worcester. I know that you're an outlet. You're trying to be a resource for the community, and thank you for that, by the way, just sharing everything that's out there and, you know, letting us know. You know, that's really cool. But tell me, what is it you see for What's Up Worcester right now, and what your vision is, you know, for the future? So we'll look at the now,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about the future.
So with What's Up Worcester, I would say the now and the future is almost the same. We're just on our way. We want to be that local outlet that speaks to our people. We don't want to do the traditional media where it's just a story pops up and we show up and we just speak on the story. We actually are those people. We live here. We grew up with those people. A lot of people doing a bunch of great things. I grew up with them. So to see them in the position that they're in now is like, all right, let's keep that going. There's, you know, we have, for instance, I don't like name dropping, but I'm gonna do a little bit. Anthony Barbosa, yourself, Parlee, Shaeja. There's a lot of great things going on that people just don't know about because the way we grew up, the way we were raised, and it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to put these things out there, and that's what our main goal is, to just put those great people and great organizations out there.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you for throwing me that mix,
Yeah,
by
I
the way.
got
Thank
you.
you.
No
Yeah,
worries.
yeah. I had Anthony on the show. He was on the show. I had Shayeja and Parley. I actually had her a few years ago.
Yeah.
And when I said, she was like, "Girl, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna let like baby take this one." And I
Yes.
love that they have such a great working relationship.
They do.
I actually was at the Village last night. I was at the Village yesterday morning.
I wanted to be there. I was actually in my E4L class, so I wasn't able to make it.
Okay.
But I wanted to be there. I shared it as much as I could.
Yes,
but,
no, I
did wanna
appreciate
be
that.
there.
But I'm going to be doing it every first Tuesday of the month, and it was a business resource class, like business plans basic, and folks showed up, they appreciated it. I love that. But yeah, and if you can pop out, come on down, let
How
me
was
know.
it? It was good?
Yes,
Good?
it was good. Like got some good feedback.
I love that type of stuff, yeah.
Things I wish I knew when I was just starting out,
Exactly,
in a business, because a
exactly.
lot of times, we learn by doing. But I think, when you have great organizations that are offering these resources for free, take advantage of them.
Exactly.
You
and
know?
we don't have enough of that, and that's why I had to throw you out there.
Well, thank you.
You're doing a lot of good stuff. I actually met you, the first time I met you, I want to say was the Black authors at the Village. You had showed up there.
Yes.
And that was the first time I met you, and I just saw the way you were vibing with everybody and the connection that everybody had. That's exactly what we like to show and showcase.
Well, thank you. I like people.
I can tell.
A lot of people don't like people, but I genuinely like people. I don't like negative people, but I like people. And if I go in, I'm gonna talk to everybody, not just the folks that are running it, like just everybody. I like to hear people's story. I mean, hey, that's why I'm doing this, right?
Yeah, that's how
like,
you have to be. You have to be. that way,
but no, thank you for that. I think there's so many great things that are, like you said, like truly happening. And like for the Village, they did the Black authors, they did like their poet night, and I like for this month for Black History. They're doing so much.
They do a lot.
Yeah.
My office is actually there, so I see exactly what they're doing. They do so much. I'm wondering, like, they've got to be tired, but they still keep going, and they see the impact that they make. So it's like it gives you that drive. They just want to do more, and I commend them for that. They're doing some good
absolutely.
stuff. Appreciate them.
So you mentioned E for All.
Yes, I love E for All.
Yes, I do too. I love Miguelita.
Yeah, and I know they're gonna be watching. Like, are you putting your pitch out there?
Okay.
Pictures. All right, so I'm ready.
All right. So, all right. I'm gonna hold you to that. So, E for All, which it's Entrepreneurism for All, which is based here in Worcester. I know Miguelina Peralta. She was on. Love her.
I love
she
her
was.
as well.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome. She was on the show a couple weeks ago, and really talked about what the program was about. So it's really good to see someone who's been through the program. So what is the program like to you? And listen, Miguelina, I'm gonna ask him for his pitch.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's coming up.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's almost there. I promise. My
Okay. He's working on it, Miguelina. All right. So tell me, what has E for All meant for you?
It actually gave me a chance to. When I first started this, I was just going off, what I felt was right, where my passion was, where my heart was. They showed me how to bring all that and put it into one thing where you know exactly who you want to reach. It gives you a sense of confidence. It shows you how to put all the things in order to make sure you're successful. And it put me on. It was I had to take a step back because I thought I knew, until it was like, all right, you just showed me something. So now it's like, all right, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's make sure everything's in order. And it's just been a blessing. I'm so glad that I'm in E4L, definitely.
I am so glad you said that. Isn't it like an aha moment though? Like, it's like, I got this, I know this.
Yep.
It's kind of like, because, as I taught a class there a few weeks ago, and I remember, one of the young ladies I was talking to, and I actually, when I was this weekend, when I did another thing, because I do one or two things.
Or three or four.
Or three or four, right? And, we were talking about, like, finding your target demographic.
Exactly.
And, it's something, when you start out in business, sometimes, you want to help everybody. And as you grow, you realize, guess what? You can't help everybody.
You can't, and you have to narrow that down. And they actually showed me how to do that. When I first started, I was just like, what's up, Worcester? We're going to be everywhere. Anything going on in Worcester, we're there. And it's like you want to be, and your heart's in that. You have that passion for that, but you really can't be. So focus on what you can do. Don't try to overexert yourself, because it's going to make you want to give up. You know what I'm saying? I've been there a few times where it's like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. But then you get that phone call like, hey, can you do this? We're going to be doing that. We have this going on. And it's like, I want to be there for that, for the community. So The community's helped me do a lot. E for All has showed me how to break that down and be more confident in what I'm doing.
Oh, that's wonderful. Can I just say this? What you are
Yes.
doing is so needed.
Thank
What
you.
you're
I
doing is
appreciate
so
that.
important because, you know, as you mentioned, in our community, traditional media does not typically show up for everything that we're doing. And, you know, folks don't have exposure to that. They don't realize, you know, what's happening out there. So they've kind of gotten used to what's Up Worcester, you know, pulling up and just highlighting and spotlighting things that are not typical. Because not everyone has that pomp. Not everyone has, you know people who know people who know people.
Yes.
Like, you know, that Snoop, that's like, I
Yeah.
know some people who know some
Yep,
people who know some
exactly.
people.
Yeah. And
That was my show for a minute. But yeah, you know, so what you are doing is definitely needed and, you know, showing up in these spaces that don't traditionally have media and, you know, just spotlighting and highlighting, and it will inspire them to, like, you know, hey, I'm making a difference. I'm making an impact. So I'm telling you, you're making an impact. So
thank you. I appreciate that. I don't always see it. Like I said, the people I grew up with these same people. Just you know, we went different paths, and then we meet back up. It's like, oh, I didn't know you had this going on. This is doing this, and it's just like, it's a beautiful thing.
No,
just
it
to see
is.
everybody doing and growing,
Yeah.
and actually complete different person just because of the
Yeah.
community did
Yeah.
that for you, and you get that little bit of. You get the taste of it, and
Yeah.
then it's like, let's keep going. Let's be great. Let's
Yeah.
do good stuff. Yeah.
I love that. And it's a beautiful thing that we're all rising together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
We all help each other, no matter what it is. You might be doing one thing, sooner or later, we all come back together.
We all cross
And
paths. And even if
yes.
we're doing the same thing, you're you and me, you know, it's unique. We've got to do, you know, there's room for all of us.
Exactly, and that's what we need to understand. There's really no competition. You might get into those feelings when you think that it is competition just because you want to do better, but you can look up to that same person that you think you have competition with, and they'll help you out to get where you want to be and do the things that you want to do. And I think that's what we need to, like, kind of focus on a lot more. Just like it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to collaborate. It's okay to do all those things if it's for the right reasons.
No, absolutely. I think collaboration is so important. I
Yes.
think asking for help is important because, you know, like you said, you thought you knew, and then, you know, you're with E4All because you chose to apply.
Yes.
If you hadn't applied, it wouldn't have you wouldn't have been in the program. So, and then that's, you know, it helped like streamline your ideas and your business thoughts, you know, where you're going. So if you hadn't asked for help,
Yes.
it wouldn't have just come into your lap. So
Exactly,
I think that's good. Like, I think we definitely need to collaborate with folks that
Yes.
are, I would say, like-minded in terms, because I think that, you know, when you're collaborating with someone, you got to make sure that you don't have to agree on everything, but I think your values and so kind of have to align, because you want to
Yes,
make sure that,
definitely.
you know, what you're
100%.
putting out there, if it's representing your business and your brand, you want to make sure that, like, this person is not out here acting a fool.
Yeah.
So
You definitely want all positive vibes. If it's, you know,
Yeah.
you can learn from everybody, but if it's not for you, it's okay to, that's another, E for All. It's another thing. If it's not for you, it's not for you. It's okay for
It's
it not to
okay.
be not for you. Stick to who you are. Stick to the people that are doing the positive things, and all positive will come back to you. Shout out to my E for All cohort. They've been helping me a lot.
Good.
You know, I can hit up anybody in the class and just talk to them. The mentors have been great. Megalina has been great. Claudia, Jose, everybody there. It's just been,
Yeah.
if there's a question needed, they're there for you. So I appreciate them a lot.
No, it's a great program. I mean, I'm a mentor there, and I absolutely love it. I love my mentee. I love the interaction. I love Miguelina, like Jose. We've
Yes.
met a couple of times and things like that. So that's pretty cool. That's really dope. I'm really excited that, and I
Thank you.
can't wait. I know you're like in the first year, and, when you graduate, like, on to bigger and better things, and,
Yes.
things like that. And, collaboration over competition. Yes, they are your
Definitely.
competition to an
I agree.
extent.
I agree.
But, at the end of the day, you just got to do what you got to do, and don't, let someone say, because somebody's doing the same thing as you're doing, say, I'm not going to do that. I mean,
Yes,
I
exactly.
think of the Giants because personally I dream big, right? So I was thinking of the Giants. I'm like, I mean, I know that Apple and Google and, and Samsung phones. So, like, I'm an Android, I'm a Samsung person, and like Apple. But, it's like, I know Apple is not going to stop trying to get Samsung customer, and Samsung is not going to stop trying to get Apple customer.
Yeah, exactly.
They're doing their thing. They're both
Yeah.
existent, and they're both, I mean, they still sell $1,000 phones at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're not going to say, well, Apple's coming out with a new phone. Let me shut up business and walk away.
Yes,
No.
exactly. And that when you're someone when you're not dealing on a bigger scale, it's easy to be sidetracked and think like, oh, they sold this many phones this
Yeah.
year. I didn't sell any phones. I'm done. Everyone likes them, and it's you have the resources around you. It's just that's what we try to provide and show you those resources. So everyone knows that they can make it, and everyone knows that they can dream big.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So you talked about your E4All support system, and I always believe that it's very important to have a great support system. How's your support system out in the real world? Do you have mentors that you can call on and talk to, you know, when you're just feeling like, listen, I'm done, I'm tired?
I will say this. I love my mentors. My mentors have been there, and they've been great. They've been helping me out with a lot of stuff. My first mentor, where I would have to give her a shout out, would be my wife.
Shout out to the wife.
I just, you know, when I go home and I'm like, I have to edit this, I have to do that, I'm done with it. She's the one that's always been there since day one. That's always been bringing me back, lifting me up, telling me like, pretty much shut up, cut it out. You know who you are. Go do what you got to do. And she's held me down a lot. So that's my first number one support. My kids, just even seeing them when they look at me like, hey, where you going? See me dressed up. It shows them a whole different way of living.
Yeah.
They see what I do. They're not wanting to go do other things.
Yeah.
They're kind of following footsteps. It starts at home. The village, they've been there supporting me. You've supported me. Just everybody in the community.
That's awesome.
It's just a beautiful thing, really.
Well, they say a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. So shout out to the wife, you know.
Appreciate you.
No, you know, it's important. I mean, my husband is my biggest supporter, my number one fan. And, you know, honestly, if anything I said I want to do, you know, like I chat with him first, and you know he's the one. All right, okay, last week, you know, we got to improve sound, we got to improve videos, you know, we got to do this, and you know, things like that. And yes, you know, I feel like if I say that like I'm done, I think he would be the one like, all right, girl, like let's
snap out of it.
But
you got
like
a good thing, but doing so many good, because when you're in that situation, you have so many good things going on, but you want to do so much, and it's just you get into those zones of like, you know, I'm done, not really done. You're not really done, but you're like, I'm done right now, and it's just you need that support at home. Definitely.
No, you do. I mean, I will say that, I like, if I'm awake, I'm up 100. Yeah. But, you know, it's like I rarely get, you know, down. But, you know, there's time I'm like, all right, you know, because folks will come at you with negativity, and I'm lucky, like, I'm able to just, like, deflect, block, move on. Yeah. And, you know, but no, happy to see that, you know, you have a support system. So let's talk about self-care, because that's something that we often ignore. What do you do for self-care?
I like to... So for self-care, like as far as, all right, so my thing is I like to reflect on things. I like to take long drives, just think, get my head right. You know, I think best when I'm alone. I like to stay up late when everyone's sleeping. That's my time to like get the ideas flowing and just really reflect on what I'm doing and to make sure I stay on track of where I'm trying to go, what the whole purpose of me doing this is. And I think about my family, my kids, and the community, and all the dope stuff that people want to do. My email's always flowing. Yeah. So it's always a reminder of like, this is going on. I had no idea about that. And, they know who Up Worcester is. So it's always a motivation to always keep going.
No, that's cool. I mean, you mentioned two things, which is self-care. I think the community is great, family's great, but self-care for you. But I love that you say you go for long drives. I used to, till I saw gas prices. Like, well, when gas prices went up, because we would drive up to Maine just to like, I love looking at like the sky. I mean, the foliage, you know, driving by water. But like, listen, gas was like $4-something. I'm like,
see, I have a bike. Well, summertime when it's nice weather, I get on the bike, throw my headphones on, and I'll just go and just think, come back, and I'm okay. I like being around water. I'll drive out to like somewhere far to a beach and just walk and just listen to the water and just relax, chill out, and get my mind right. That's I like spending a lot of time around just calm, relaxed things, because life can get hectic. So
no, it can.
I like to bring it down a little bit and just.
No, you can. So have you ever been up to Maine?
Of course, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
yeah, it's great. Like York, Algonquin, like Wells, like with Kennebunkport,
Yeah.
like we went up to Bangor. That's like 5 hours in like the
Yes,
Arcadia
it is.
Park. Like, yeah,
It
but
is.
it's
Yeah.
so nice though.
Yes, it is. We go to what is it called? The name's gonna go past me, but it's like a carnival thing they have up there. It's on the beach. I can't think of the name right now.
Yeah.
But we go up there every year. We bring the kids out there. We do our thing.
Nice.
We just go out there for a week.
Yeah.
Bring family, just us and immediate family. We go out there and just relax and bring it all back in, and then come back and take over things.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I like Maine. I will tell you, in the summertime, the hotels get expensive.
Yes.
Like in the,
So we usually get our hotels now.
Yes.
So we book them now, and then we show up,
Yeah.
and then everything's all set for us to go.
listen.
Old Orchard.
Orchard Beach,
Old
yes.
Orchard.
Okay.
That's where we go.
So we went up once, and it was like during the it wasn't winter. It was kind of like spring, and like the hotel room was like $250. It's like, all right, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Then when we went to book the same hotel room in the summer, it was $650.
Yeah, you got to get in there quick.
I
You gotta
was
get
like,
early.
I'm like, I'm not
Yeah,
paid $650.
nah, but it's worth it sometimes.
It
It
is.
is.
It
Sometimes
is.
for mental health and just to get that nice relaxation.
Yeah,
it's
but
worth it.
listen, I got kids. Kids be eating. So
Yeah, that's why you gotta be like, oh, we'll be back if they're old enough. If they're old enough.
if they're old enough, like we'll be back. But these kids be
Yeah.
eating, and they wanna, and but it's nice. I love that because like
Yeah.
we do that. We go away, we go for a drive.
Yeah.
We're up there. It's a nice space. The restaurants are nice. Like most of the restaurants are like literally on the water,
Yes.
so you can sit there
And relax, and it's a beautiful
just
scene.
relax
It's
and eat.
beautiful,
And
yeah.
all right, cool.
But the kids love it too, so.
No, they do.
yeah,
So
they love it.
I've tried to leave the kids at home when we're going on vacation, but like they have like bionic ear, because it's like
That
the
really
minute the minute they could ignore you when you're in the house,
Yeah.
right? They could ignore you and be
Sit
on
in the
their
room all day. on
and
the
ignore
phone
you.
and
But
just-
the
yeah.
minute you open that door or you even hint to like, oh, let's go grab a bite to eat. Where you going?
Yeah.
What? Like, yeah.
I heard you say you was gonna get pizza.
Yes. It's,
yeah. Yeah. And you're like,
it's like, yeah, but I do enjoy hanging out with them.
Yeah,
So,
my kids
that's
are-
all right.
yeah.
So what's upcoming like this month? I know that, you guys did the Christmas tree thing. Is there, and I know you're going to events to see other things. Is there anything upcoming for What's Up Worcester?
So like I had mentioned the 20 under 20.
Yeah.
That's what we're really focusing on. We want to, I don't know if I should drop names yet because we're still working
No,
on
that's
it.
all right. Don't drop no names. But
But,
when you're ready to drop, come on back.
Yes, we want to showcase the kids. That'll be our next event. And then following that one.
Mm-hmm. And when's the date for that? Because
that
I
will
didn't
be
ask that
around
earlier.
the 20th of June.
Oh, okay. June
Yes.
20th. Okay.
And then following that, we will do our back to school.
The back
jam.
to school,
Yes,
okay.
where we're gonna a lot bigger this year.
Okay.
It's gonna be a lot bigger this year. We're trying to actually do 2 different events for the back to school, just because we want to hit different neighborhoods for kids that can't or
It's needed.
families that can't make it to where we are. We want to go to where they are and just help them as well. So we're working on that. That's going to be a big one this year.
All right, perfect. So I asked about that because I've been watching What's Up Worcester. There's a lot of programming on it now. So A Word with Echo.
Yes.
So what is that show about? I mean, I'm gonna have to have Echo on the show to talk about it. So
Yes.
you have A Word with Echo. What's that show about?
So A Word from Echo is pretty much, we had our show, The Sit Down. It's pretty much going to be like The Sit Down, but more. We want to more go out instead of bringing them to the studio. We want to go to where they are and see their element and, give us a tour, walk us around, show us what's going on. So we're more focused on that. We also have Rising, what is it?
Luz.
Right, yes,
Real
Luz.
estate.
Rising
Like,
with
Rise
Real
Up
Estate
Real-
with Luz.
Yeah, I was just on that show yesterday.
Yes,
My goodness.
It's coming Tuesday,
yes.
Monday. It'll be there. So we have Rising with Real Estate. We have Word from Echo. And then we also have Maine South Chronicles,
Okay.
where we actually talk to nonprofits, but more focused on, the Maine South area,
Yeah.
Pleasant Street area, all the small businesses, all the resources that are in that area. We want to highlight specifically them and show them, hey, they're here. There's a lot
Okay.
of people out here, so we want to Show
All
them.
right. So yeah, you remind me, I have to respond to her. I have one or two things. Thank you guys so much. You guys were at the business resource panel
Yes.
Earlier in January. So thank you.
Awesome
We was a
event,
word
too.
from
That was
Echo. Thank you.
That was
Some
great.
great partners.
Yes.
Just great partners doing that. I was on the show with Lewis. So thank you all for always thinking of me and inviting me on
no
your
worries.
programs.
We
Yeah.
love what you do. Like I said, we want to show the resource, and that's like I said, we grew up with a lot of people that are doing some good stuff, and the things that you're doing, they could benefit from. So we want to show them that. So it's,
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Now, I'm not shy in front of the camera, so you bring that camera, I'm always ready.
Yeah.
But it's funny. So I know you mentioned grew up with, and I actually just met you last year, but we have a connection because you know my brother.
I actually grew up with. I've known your brother since 6th grade, 7th
Wow.
grade, maybe.
Yeah.
We used to play basketball together. We grew up. He went to South, I believe.
Yes.
And I went to Doherty.
Okay.
But we all lived in the same area. I used to live on Florence Street area. He was right in that area. And we were rivals when it came to basketball because he thought he was the man.
I'm gonna refrain.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
I didn't inherit his basketball skills, so I'll leave it at that. But yeah.
No, but it was all love. We grew up together.
yeah.
And we, from back in the day when it was like wrestling days.
Yeah.
And, watching wrestling and doing all these weird stuff.
Yeah.
But basketball, we've always, I've seen him grow, doing, when he had his barbershop.
Yeah.
When he got his license, electrician, I believe.
He is doing amazing things.
Yeah, and I don't want to say anything else because I don't know if he put it out there.
Yeah, it's not out yet. Yeah, it's not out yet. Yes.
So,
but yeah.
I'm proud of him. We grew up together since we were very young. And, I always got love for Cliff. He's good
cool.
people.
No, he's good people. And he's my brother.
And Eddie as well.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
grew up with
Lord.
Eddie.
If I mention Cliff and don't mention Eddie.
Yes.
Yes, they're good people. I mean, they're my brothers. They're annoying, but I love them.
No, I love them too. They're great people.
All right. So how do you guys decide on programming for What's Up Worcester? Like, decide what shows to take, or if someone can pitch an idea to you. Talk to me about that process.
So we pretty much look at what's needed, or we try to find what's needed as far as us, and we try to fill that void. Like for instance, Rising Up with Real Estate. The purpose of when we did that show is to pretty much go from scratch. If it's someone, we pretty much try to go from look at somebody if they were homeless.
Yeah.
How do you get you from being homeless to getting to an apartment, then to getting your credit right, getting a job, and then looking into buying a home. So we try to go levels, and like I said, our community, Main South area, and all that. There's a lot of that going on. Especially homelessness right now is absolutely crazy. So we try to just find the voids of where the community needs and put a show out there to hopefully somebody can benefit off of it.
All right, wonderful. Any upcoming shows that we should know about?
We do.
All right, we're not ready to say.
We have about
Okay.
I can.
No, sorry. No. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it.
We do. We have a few.
You have a few things in the work. Well, I'm excited.
We are going to. One of our shows is mainly trying to stick into the. We're trying to get into the high schools more. Because that's the future. They're getting ready to go off to college. We have a lot of people playing sports. A lot of kids playing sports. How do they capitalize off that to be able to use that to get into college? Not saying, if you can make it to the NBA, that's cool, that's great. But how do you capitalize off being a good ball player to get into a great school to be able to, survive when you get out of that and learn something great and be bigger than you ever thought you could be? So we're trying to start there. We want to actually start with the junior highs because that's where it really counts. So we want to do that and, try to do some good dope stuff with them.
All right, cool. No, I'm glad you mentioned that because there's so much going on with Worcester's youth sports right now, like basketball. Like, is it North versus South? They're the rivals.
Actually, North is doing their thing. Shout out to North, boys and girls team.
Yeah,
they're doing some dope stuff right now. Shout out all the high schools, but North, they're doing some great things.
Yeah,
I'm great things.
All over Facebook.
South
I'm like,
too.
yeah.
South girls, I meant, not North girls. North girls too, but South girls and North High boys, they're killing it right now.
What about Dorothy?
I am from Doherty.
That's why I'm asking you.
They're doing their thing too. They have a good team as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I know, like you mentioned Anthony on the show earlier. I know that he does the Summer Jams Classic.
Yes.
So that should be coming up soon.
Yeah, that'll be summer. He hasn't released an exact date, but he does even just the Summer Jam Classic. There's so many different things that he does and that he has a hand in that a lot of people don't even know about. Shout out to Anthony as well. He's been doing this for a long time. He's one of the people that are like, it's kind of like myself, but he knows what he's doing. He's putting on for the city, and he's trying to do some dope stuff. So
Now, sorry, tell Anthony I said he talked to me about over 40 basketball team for women, and I didn't see anything yet.
You don't want to do that. We went to Clark. We had a game at Clark, and he was like, "Hey, you want to be a part of it?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm in there." 2 minutes in, I'm like, "Ugh." Sub. So, yeah, don't. I won't tell him that you said that. We'll edit that part.
We'll leave that part out. Okay, all right, cause
I thought I still had it.
Like you thought. Okay, all right. So you're saying
I'm be back next year though. I'm gonna work out at least a couple of months before, and then we get back in there.
you're saying don't do it. Don't do it.
No,
Don't do it. Don't do. I'm not. I'm not.
You showed me quick.
Yeah, and like, oh my God, don't you love that? Like sometimes, like, cause you feel young. I mean, I don't know about you, like, cause we still think we're teens.
Yeah, until you're carrying those groceries up the steps, you're like, my knees.
You're like, or for you, going on the basketball court, and 2 seconds later, you're like,
I was hurting that day.
Nah,
but
listen.
It was good stuff.
It's good. It's always fun. But no, I'm loving to see, what's all the youths are doing. And, one of the things I know that, like, the village started with the poets. Like all these, these kids that are just going doing poetry. And I know that they started doing it, I think, is it weekly or monthly? I think it's monthly.
Yeah, monthly.
Monthly.
I think one of say that Ariel, he's the one who started that. Well, the first one that I went to, he was the one that started it, and he brought in a bunch of great poets. And then it was pretty much open mic as well. So people that were were attending, they got that itch to be like, hey, you motivated me. They were allowed to come up and do their poetry, and it was dope vibes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So can you separate Jerry the Man from What's Up Worcester? Like, are you able to separate and compartmentalize and says, all right, sometimes I got to put What's Up Worcester down and just be Jerry the Man, or you feel like you're always married to that?
Honestly, sometimes I can, but I feel like What's Up Worcester is me. There's not a day that I wake up and don't think I have to do something or be somewhere or highlight somebody or you know what I mean. It's been a long time since it's been a separate thing for me. It's just, so to answer your question, I would say What's Up Worcester is like one of my kids.
I love that. Listen, I feel the same way about Positively Suzanne. So that's my brand, and it's like there's folks that literally call me Positively Suzanne.
It happened on our show.
Okay, yes.
She called you that.
That's it, and it's kind of like, and I'm like, all right, like it is what it is. It's me. Like my brand is me, so that's why.
That's a good thing, though.
It is. Yeah. It's a especially because I believe that it represents something positive. So
it definitely does.
Well, thank you. If folks associate you with it, why not? It represents something positive. That's good. So I know that. So what's happening this week in Worcester? I'm trying to think of like what's happening this week in Worcester. That like I know that there's something happening today. There's so many things happening today.
Lynette, she had her food tasting.
Yes.
She's from E4All. So
yes. She was at the Hub. I know she's your cohort. Yeah. Yes. Like I spoke to her at the class last week.
Yes. She was there. Bree, she also had her grand opening. I wish I could have been there, Bree. I apologize.
Shout out to Bree. She'll be on the show.
Yeah, she does. She does a lot of crazy, dope stuff. So
she does. Yeah.
Shout out to Bree. What else is there's? I could pull out my calendar, but I don't want to do that.
No, that's fine. Listen, I'm trying to, like, I'm asking you because I'm trying to, if I don't save it in this phone, because I get so many invites to so many things, and like I'm trying to go, and support, because like the selfie room opened, and
Pops.
Oh my goodness, there's all these things, and I'm like, you can't do everything, it's fine. So, and Valentine's Day is coming up.
We're actually on Valentine's Day. That's our pitch. The day of our pitch.
No.
Yes, it is. So, we're going to be doing pitches. We got our lineup. I'm third.
Oh, you're third.
I'm
okay.
Third,
is it morning or evening?
That one is evening.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll be going third.
Okay.
Sorry, Sharice, she's going first.
Uh,
We were making jokes that
third is a good, third is a good because,
you can see where it's going, and
exactly,
then you can adjust real quick if you need to. But yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
good. I think everybody's gonna do great.
It's so much fun, and I think they make you so comfortable.
Yeah.
And like you said, like with the cohorts, you're comfortable with your core and things like that. So I think you'll be fine.
Yes,
I mean, I know the wife's gonna feel because it's Valentine's Day, and but hey.
She's invited though. She's invited. She'll be okay with it.
Okay.
That's a good Valentine's Day.
Okay, sure. I mean, you know what? She's there supporting her husband, watching him follow his dreams. So
no, we got
that
plans
is something.
though. Still,
okay.
After that, we still have plans. We're gonna,
So you still celebrate Valentine's Day?
I have to. Not I have to. Let me rephrase it. Not I have to. I'd love to.
I'm not trying to get your joke.
You starting?
No comment. I have my own personal thoughts on Valentine's Day. It's just, but if you still celebrate it because you love to and you want to.
I wouldn't necessarily say we celebrate.
Yeah.
It's just so
you recognize it.
Yes. I'll do something like maybe cook food and we don't do all the extra like roses and a box of candy and here's a gift.
Yeah.
We just we just appreciate each other and just
I love that.
That's that day to just.
I love that.
It's a reminder.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Super Bowl is this Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Are you planning on watching that?
See, I have to watch it because the Eagles, they took out my Giants.
Oh.
So I got to watch it to make sure that the Eagles don't go through because it's a little revenge thing going on for me. But I'm definitely be watching.
So you're watching it to root against the Eagles?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they took my Giants
I mean, that's a valid point. That's valid.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not rooting for the other team, just against against
the Eagles. I like the Eagles.
Yeah.
But they didn't have to do that to us last time.
Yes.
They didn't. That was extra.
But if they didn't do it, they wouldn't have won.
Nah, we'd be there.
Just saying.
We would be there, and then we wouldn't have this conversation. I'd be okay with everything.
I'm just saying. Listen, I am happy because there's two black African American quarterbacks, the first time ever in NFL history.
Yes.
So I mean, I think, and I want to see Rihanna's halftime show. I ain't gonna lie, that's.
Yeah, especially after having the baby and everything. Let's see if she's still doing her thing because Rihanna, she's always been talented.
Don't let me look at you sideways, baby.
She's always been talented.
Having a baby just enhances her.
No, I'm saying to see her bounce back. A lot of people, they get in, you have your depressions that come with things like that. But to see her bounce back and be ready, and be on that platform and kill it, that's gonna
nice
be dope.
Okay, but yes. What was that guy? I can't remember the guy's name. Oh my goodness. Oh, what is his name? He was on Sherry's show, and he was like, she had asked him about it, and he was like, she ain't no Beyonce. And I'm like, men's got to stop comparing women. Like, Beyonce's Beyonce, Rihanna's Rihanna, and they're both phenomenal.
Yes, definitely. They
women.
Both kill it. They both kill it. No matter what they do, they both bring it 110%, and it's a beautiful thing. They just do their.
It is.
Dope.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I would like to see some big sport event come to Worcester, but then again, maybe not because it's like, while there'll be money, I think the places get destroyed.
Yeah.
They destroy the place.
But if Rihanna, Beyonce is going to show up, I think it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. I'll help clean up.
Okay, listen. I know about you, but I cannot afford these Renaissance tickets. So,
What's their media pass?
Oh, okay. Maybe we need to get.
You got to get a media. You got you're in there too.
I may have to get that media pass
you
because.
Show with the camera and the mic, be like, hey, media pass.
But I would need to interview Beyonce.
Get in there.
Oh,
mention me.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
All right, I'll mention you if I get in, and you mention me if you get in. I don't even know if there's anything planning for there's no big people celebrities or so coming to Worcester.
Not that I've
this
heard
year,
of.
yeah.
No, I've been looking, but not that I heard of. No.
Yeah. Okay. So I noticed you guys also started writing articles for What's Up Worcester. So how did that come about?
So when we first started, I was doing a lot of writing of articles.
Yeah.
But then the show took off and we were doing the sit down, and I had to kind of fall back from that.
Yeah.
That's one of our main things we want to do is when we do go to an event, we want to be able to write up an article as well, speak
Yeah.
with them. So not everybody's visual. Some people read.
Yeah.
Well, visual is the same thing, but some people like to hear it. Some people like to read it. So we try to touch on all aspects. So
Yeah.
no matter who you are, you can still know what's going on.
Look at you.
Yeah, we try
Just
to-
trying to hit all them brackets.
We have to.
I
'Cause,
love it.
You know, where I come from, not a lot of people like to read. It's always, you know, there's people that do, but
Yeah.
not a lot of people like to read. And it just, when it's something that you're interested in, maybe you might take a look and just start reading, and you know,
Yeah.
maybe that might be some motivation for you, and it, you know, brings communication to everything. Yeah.
All right. So you mentioned motivation. What motivates you? I know community, family, and all that, but what motivates Jerry?
Honestly, when I see my kids hyped about what I'm doing, we had an opportunity this summer that just passed. My daughter was in a class, a program at Clark University, and all of a sudden I just got an email saying, hey, your daughter was talking about you, saying that you're doing so many great things. We'd like to have you come in and talk to our class. And just seeing them like see those things and want to operate that way and be so happy and proud of it, that's, yeah, that motivates me a lot, definitely. Yeah.
That's awesome. How many kids do you have, Ed?
So I have 6. Well,
I
so
can't
now,
with you. I
now,
can't with you. I can't
so
with you.
my
Okay.
wife, she has her kids, and then I
Okay.
have my kids, but those are still my,
Okay, no,
my
that's
kids.
fine.
Yeah.
That, like, listen, 6 kids is a lot. 2 kids is a lot.
Yes.
But
it's-
God bless
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Like,
but a lot of them are grown. My
Yeah,
youngest is 4.
oh, okay. Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah, I restarted. That was like a restart, like,
Yes.
But he's that's like my best friend, so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I know. Sometimes I'll see folks out there with like maybe 3 or like 4 kids, like under 10, and like one's running here, one's running there, one's running there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, God bless them. I'm gonna pray for them.
No, my kids they're pretty, at least I think, I might say that, and
Yeah.
everybody's like, get those babies kids. But, you know, you never know.
Yeah.
They're pretty well behaved. They're very respectful. They're,
that's cool.
They shake hands. They say, please, thank you, all that good stuff. And I don't have to really watch them. They're just, you know,
They're, all right.
they were brought up properly.
So,
definitely.
is there any of your kids who's interested in the same things you are? That's like shown any interest in the business?
It's kind of crazy. No, not at all. They love what I do, but they've, like I said, we raised them properly. We raised
Yeah.
them right. So whatever they wanted to do, we kind of
Yeah.
went with that.
Yeah.
My daughter Ava, she's actually in Voc right. Well, she goes to not Voc Tech,
I know.
and she's going to be a mechanic.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
had never thought that she
Yeah.
would do that, but if that's what she wants to do, she went in that class, she saw what it was about, and she loved it. And
Oh, wow.
we support her 100% now. She's in there every day, and every day she has a story to tell, like, I love this, we did that, we do this, we do that. And it's, it's dope vibes. Yeah.
I always forget that they have that because my daughter went to preschool there, and I forget that they have that. You can take your car there and do things there at the
Exactly.
school. I
My
always
car will be there.
Yeah.
It
I
will.
always forget that. No, you know what though? And it's like funny because it's like, so, I mean, once I was going there to pick up my daughter and I almost ran out of gas. I think, did I run out of gas? I can't remember. But I'm not a fan of pumping gas.
Yeah, me neither. You gotta get those full service.
Those full serve places, right? But yeah, I always forget that they do it. But are you mechanically inclined? I mean, okay.
Not at all. I know how to pump gas, and I know where to bring it to get the oil change. So
Isn't
not at
that
all.
funny?
Yeah.
when our kids are doing something that you're like, where
Yeah.
did this come
I
from?
have no idea. I mean, I could probably do an oil change.
Yeah.
But no, not at all. No,
Yeah.
That's not my vibe. And
Okay.
I don't know where that came from.
Like,
but
yeah.
She did it and she loved it, and it's like, we got your back. Do your thing.
Do your thing. I know. It's my daughter. She's like a great artist, and she's an amazing singer. And like they have all these, and I'm like, well, I mean, I like to think she got the singing from me, but truthfully, no. But
Yeah, I wish.
I know, right? Like la la la
the
la.
shower. Yeah.
Yes, but no. And just she's really really good at art, but like I be drawing stick figures. So.
Yeah. Well, I will say she did get this from us. She wants to
What?
she wants to be a mechanic, but her idea, she gets the business sense. What she wants to do is have an all-female garage where women can go and feel comfortable
Oh, I love that.
instead of, you go to a garage, you might get hit on, you might feel uncomfortable. It's going to be all-female garage.
Or
Where,
talk to you like you're an idiot.
Yes.
It irritates me to no end.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, no, I know what I'm talking about. So like,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah. So she wants to have an all-female garage
That's
where
awesome.
women can go and feel comfortable and know that you're not to get taken advantage of, and they're gonna show you what you need to get.
And
do
she's
what you
inspired by Dad working hard, and
Exactly.
certainly could give her a few pointers when it comes to like the business piece. So
Yes.
that's pretty cool. So is she the only one that's older, or like what are the others interested in?
Well, my son, my oldest son is 22.
Okay.
He just got married. He's living in New Mexico with his
congrats.
wife. She's in the Air Force.
Okay.
Hi, guys. My second daughter, under him, she's has her own apartment. She's just, she's doing her thing.
Okay.
And the rest of the kids are at home still.
Yeah, they're
But
young ones. Yeah,
So,
they're young ones.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ava's the next oldest, where
Yeah.
she's actually starting to get to that point where she's figuring out what she wants to do, with who she is. She's finding herself now, and it's like, her watching me and also watching her mom do these things. It's
love
like
that.
motivational for her. So she instead of just want to be a mechanic,
Yeah.
she wants to have her own business and
Exactly.
do big things, and she knows that it's a possibility. She sees people doing it around her. She sees the people that we highlight all the time, like, oh, that's what's his name's dad, or that's my friend's dad, and she sees that we're all doing these dope things, and she knows it's a possibility, something that she can definitely do.
That's huge.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
huge.
Yeah.
Like I love that. Like my kids, they see me, they see me work hard, and even though they don't want to do exactly what you're doing, but like to just get that sense of pride and to dream bigger, like you said, not only
Exactly.
become a mechanic, and there's nothing wrong with that, but want to actually own, her own space and hire other mechanics. And I love when your kids dream big, and they're like inspired, by you doing it. So
Yes, and they know it's very something that it's very obtainable. So I love that part about it.
Okay. All right. So you being What's Up Worcester, because we already established that you're What's Up Worcester, you're exposed to, a lot of resources and, and things like that. If you had to, like, folks that are listening right now, what would you tell them? Like, because I know E4All is big. You're going to tell them about that. Like, is there any resources you could tell folks, like, get connected, these places like help entrepreneurs, or things like that? Is there any place that you would, encourage them to check out just to, get these resources?
There's a lot of great places. Just Main Street. There's the CDC. There's so many different places. There's so many.
Yeah.
I can't think of one right off the top of my head, but there's check out the web page. Check out Facebook that we have. We're always putting people out there that are doing great things.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Main South Chronicles page. Worcester Youth Collaboration page. I think that's Amanda Lay. I don't know. I might have butchered her name.
I don't want to miss. Yeah, I don't want to miss someone's name. Yeah.
Sam. Also, 508 Shamrock, he does a lot of work with the kids with sports. He's a lot of different resources there. There's so many different resources. Just
Wonderful.
want to check out the page
Absolutely.
and the Facebook. Yeah.
All right, wonderful. So check out like your Facebook page,
Yes.
things like that. You have a lot of information. You share a lot of resources.
Yes.
So how can folks find you?
So if you want to find us, we are on Facebook, What's Up Worcester. That's at What's Up Worcester on Facebook. On Instagram, we are What's Up WORC. Our website is whatsupworcester.com. And we also are on Twitter and LinkedIn. So you can find us. Also TikTok, that's new. We're trying to reach more of the younger kids, so we have to do the TikTok. So
It's a lot though. Like the
Yeah.
social media channels. I mean, it's important, but it's a lot.
it is
to-
just to even share it between those.
Yeah.
That's its own job in itself. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're everywhere. We try to be.
Yeah, no, I love that. And now you're in print and you're doing that. And you have a What's Up Worcester website?
Yes, it's whatsupworcester.com. Definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, wonderful. So we talked about What's Up Worcester. We
Yes.
talked about Jerry. I don't think anything we didn't cover, but is there anything you'd like to share with the audience that we perhaps didn't discuss? I can't think of it, but like.
I would just say collaborate. Anybody who has anything dope going on or wants to get anything out there, definitely reach out to me. If I can't help you, I can try to point you in the direction of someone who can help you. And let's just do some good stuff. It's about to be a summertime soon, very soon.
Yes.
Forget spring, we jump into
Yes.
summer. But
All right.
it's gonna be a good year, and let's do some dope stuff.
All right, cool. So anything that you're looking for, not what's up Worcester, but anything that you're looking forward to for the summer. I'm like trying to think. There's so many things that are happening in the summer.
Yes.
Like last year, let me tell you, like Worcester literally took up your whole weekend.
Yes,
There
I was everywhere.
You were, and I was,
yeah.
and there was like multiple events. All right, Worcester this year, please calm down. I know there's only so many weekends, but there was like 6 events in one day.
Yeah, let's collaborate. Let's make one big event.
Yes, because I missed a lot of stuff because I just couldn't do it all. Because if you try, by the time you find parking and get there, like you don't want to get irritated and all that. So, but there was just so many festivals and different things. But anything that you're looking forward to, not to go cover, but to go and.
I am looking forward to, and this is the Caribbean Carnival.
Yes.
That one, we weren't able to show up last year because
Yeah.
they had their carnival.
Yes.
And we also had our back to school
Yeah.
gym that same day. We didn't really.
You
know,
did.
It wasn't on purpose or anything
No,
like that.
it happens.
But that's one that I wanted to be at, and I will be there this year. We're gonna make sure
Yeah.
it doesn't.
I
happen
know,
again.
I know. It's hard, and because there was multiple events, but sometimes it's unintended.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't come to your things last year because I was at the Caribbean Festival,
Exactly.
and
I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
We tried to.
Yeah.
The plan we had, we were gonna sneak away.
Yeah, it's
and
hard.
try to go cover it and see it, but
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. So last year I was a vendor at the Caribbean Festival. I will not be vending this year because I couldn't get to go and eat the food. And and I couldn't see what's happening on the stage because it's like, you're busy, you're working. My daughter was there for a bit, but like she's 60 years old. And I mean, I didn't want to do that to her.
Yeah.
Like she was just sitting there, she was bored of her mind, like, whatever. None of her friends, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, no, that's fine. So like I was at my table for the entire time. But this year.
That's not how you want to do it.
That's not how you do carnival.
Yeah, you gotta be out there. You gotta be, you gotta be out there.
That's not how you do carnival. So I will be at the Caribbean Festival.
And I will see you there.
You will see me
I will
there.
see you
And
there.
I will not be vending. I will be eating.
There's so much. It's
And
such
dancing.
a good. It's the whole vibe.
Like,
It's
I love
just
it.
So, yeah.
I love it.
That's the one I'm definitely
Yes.
looking forward to. Yeah.
And then the Juneteenth celebration too.
Yes.
Like, I'm
Definitely.
looking, those are huge. I'm looking forward to those because
Yes.
I'm like, I know, I like good food. And,
Exactly. Especially
yeah.
that food. That food. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Jamaica. Listen, no, they be bringing that. Like they will be bringing it, and like they just bring different things. There's this one particular thing that they didn't bring it last year, so I'm gonna have to do some investigation and try to kind of find it on my own because like listen, like it reminds me of home. I'm from Jamaica originally, so these events remind me of home. So
And it's very good food.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like cooked by
Yes.
someone who knows what they're doing.
yeah, no, listen, good food is good.
Yes. It
Listen.
is very good.
I know, right? I went to a funeral in New York a few weeks ago, unfortunately. Someone young. No, thank you. Someone I grew up with. And, we found this Jamaican restaurant. When we were coming back, my mom was like, we're like, we got to eat food because we were hungry because we left the house like at 5 a.m. And my mom's like, I don't want any McDonald's or any Burger King. And I'm like, Mom, like,
Yeah, I'm that same way.
like, I'm not like trying, like, I don't want any either. Like, So we were like looking, so we put in the GPS and we ended up finding this place and it was so good. Like I got jerk chicken, rice and peas and jerk chicken with like the, the vegetables and fried plantains.
That's when you know what you're talking about when you say peas.
Oh.
That's when I know it's like, all right, you said peas, I can trust you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no beans, like peas. It's peas.
Peas,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
No, man, it was so good. Like, listen, I even brought it was really, really
Especially
good.
New York, I don't know if they got different salt and seasoning.
Yeah,
but it's different. It's a whole
I know,
different
like
taste.
some about New York. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like New York folks, and you're from New York originally, so there's a certain pride with it being in New York,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Although them rats that's running it right now.
That I don't know none about that. But
Okay.
I see 'em.
Yeah, I've been. I don't know if folks are exaggerating, but I've been.
They're.
Yeah, what's happening?
They're there.
Like,
I don't know.
listen, because I've been trying to go down there, like, to spend a couple of days, but I'm just like hesitant because I'm seeing them in places they shouldn't be in.
Well,
I mean, they shouldn't
when
be
you
anywhere.
think of all the big buildings and
Yeah.
everybody has to put their trash outside.
I know.
That's like 80 apartments of trash just sitting outside. They're gonna come.
I know.
They'll be there.
But like, and I think, well, the construction that's happening too, like they're just building up everything. Because you're right. It's like, so whenever we go down, to shop, like when I'm buying, merchandise or anything, and you go like to see these, and there's this wall of black trash bags. And
they want to eat.
I mean, and
That's
there's
why
a
I be
lot of
across
restaurants.
the street.
Yeah.
Like,
Whew.
yes.
Yes.
This is too much for me.
It's
That's too much.
yeah. I'm not a rodent lover. Like
Me either bugs or rodents. You'll see me act different.
yeah. Yeah,
Sure.
I'm out. I'm like, I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna be like, listen, this is out. Like Suzanne is
Exactly.
done. Like she's out. Like yeah. All right, Mr. Jerry. Well, I am so glad that we got a chance to sit down and chat. And
Thank
it's
you
really
for having me. I appreciate
no
this.
problem.
This is awesome. This is dope.
Like, yeah, no, I tell you, the time flies by. You have a good time. You don't even realize, what's happening. And, I hope you got out to the public. I mean, I for certainly feel like we chatted about everything.
Yes,
But I hope you got out to the public, exactly what you wanted to get out.
I did. Thank you.
All
I
right,
appreciate
cool.
it.
I think they got a good sense of who Jerry the man is.
I hope so. And you guys be sure to tune in what she's doing, too. She's doing a lot of great stuff. I've watched your shows that you've been doing, and you have some good people coming on and putting up some good stuff. So I
Well,
appreciate
thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Like you, I just want to highlight folks in the community that are, doing their thing, share their story, inspiring others, and you shared earlier. I mean, that is not a story that I knew. When you came to Worcester, you and your mom, you said, you had one backpack, and you said you guys ended up in the shelter, and thank you so much for sharing that story.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Because to be able to, and I think because sometimes we look back at the things of our past with shame, and there's no reason for shame because we came out of it. We overcame it, and we're doing things.
Exactly.
And that's so inspiring for other people that could hear, what you're talking about now, because there's so much home insecurity that's happening right now. So many people that are homeless, so many people that are ended up in shelter. And this, for them, this is your, younger days. And for them to see you where you are now and doing your thing, you're married with your kids, you're working, you're doing E for All, you're doing so many positive things in the community. They could say, that could be me one day.
I appreciate that.
So
Thank you.
thank you for sharing.
So many people that are probably going through the same thing. Just stick to it and don't give up. Look for those resources and do good stuff.
Yeah. And that's all we can do,
Exactly.
Hope to be a light for each other and just to make this world a little better than when we came in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I had a really good
Thank you. I
time.
appreciate
I
you.
really enjoyed our time on the show, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at another event.
I will be soon.
Yes,
I know
yes.
that we always bump into each other.
Yes,
so
we
I already know.
will. And you'll be at the Black Entrepreneurs Business
I will be.
Summit next
Yes,
week.
We'll be going live
Yes.
with you and
Yes.
showcasing all the dope
Yes,
stuff you do.
so I'm excited about this. All right, cool. So you heard from my guest, Mr. Jerry, Mr. What's Up Worcester himself. I was so excited to be his first interview in front of the camera, and what an amazing story, the things that he's doing in the community, his origin, where he came from, and his pride in his family, and just all the people in the community that are doing amazing stuff. And he is part of that community that's doing amazing stuff. So he's definitely one to watch. So please, if you're not tuned in to What's Up Worcester, make sure you get connected. Make sure you get tuned in to the other people that are on his platform, because they do give a platform to other folks in the community. And sign up, follow, like, share, encourage, show up at these events, and contact them if you're looking for resources, if you see something that you're interested in finding more about. And until next time with the Sippin' Tea with Suzanne show, this is Suzanne saying ta-ta and see you next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.